Once you've merged your projects together into a master project, you've got your child projects generated or published to the correct location like we did in the previous lesson, you're ready to continue working on your project. And we're going to talk about managing the master project now. To follow along with me, you have to complete the last two lessons. So if you do want to follow along, go back a couple lessons and start from there. We're continuing to work with our How to Use LDC Master project here. It has references to child projects that have been generated to the correct locations. As we make changes, maybe we want to reorder our table of contents. We'll click and drag courses up in between general info and navigation. And all of a sudden, RoboHelp knows we've made a change. So if we were to try to view the results right now by right-clicking Web Help, that's the layout we chose, and select View without generating, look what happens. Little dialog says that our web help is now out of date. That's because we have made a change. Do we want to compile it before running? And that means regenerating. So when we click yes, you can see it's actually generating the web help before it displays the end results in our default browser. So you see the newly updated order here in our table of contents, and the links still work because all of the files haven't changed. They're still in the right location. It's just the table of contents has changed order. So we can close up our web browser and go back to our project. What if you remove a child project? Maybe you don't need navigation. Well, we can right-click and choose Delete. It's gone now from our table of contents. And if we right-click Web Help in our single source layouts pod and choose View, we see the same message that something's changed. It's now out of date. Click Yes to compile before viewing our results. And there it is. And of course, we're missing our navigation link. Now it's only removed the link to the child project. You may recall we had to generate the project to the correct folder, the merged projects folder. So when we close up our browser, although it's gone from our table of contents, the actual files we generated are still in the merged project. That means if we were to add it back, we wouldn't have to regenerate it. So let's try that. We'll go up to our table of contents pod. We'll click New Merged Project. And we'll browse to the original, which was in our 0302 subfolder of the exercise files. There it is, navigation, double-click navigation, double-click the XPJ file, and click OK. So it gets added. We'll regenerate it this time properly by right-clicking Web Help and choosing Generate. And we can view the results from here after we click Save and Generate. When we do that, it opens up our browser, and look at that, navigation is back. If we click the link, it actually works. We didn't have to go back to the child project and generate it to the correct location because those files were never deleted from the merged project folder. So it is something to keep in mind. If we close these up and we do want to remove a child project, we're only removing the reference. You will have to go back into that folder if you want to remove the files permanently on your own.